Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. I won't lie, I'm not doing okay. I have 3 eyes and I know you can see it. Don't act like you can't see it, okay? But it's puberty, it's life. Gotta do what you gotta do. But other than that, I'm doing okay. I'm just being a bit whiny. In today's video, I'm actually going to be showing you guys my favorite Bible scriptures. Now this was actually suggested as one of the comments on my giveaway video, which if you haven't yet entered, baby girl, what is you doing? What is you doing? Okay, like this choke is actually by Heritage Collections and it's also part of the giveaway as well. So I'm gonna leave the details somewhere. Get entered, picking a winner in 2.5 weeks, so get your life. But anyway, yeah, one of the comments was actually about doing this video and I figured this would be really nice as an ongoing thing as well. I have so many scriptures that I really like, scriptures that encourage me in hard times, whether I'm upset, whether I'm sad, whether I'm excited, whether I feel humble, whatever it is, whatever emotion. I feel like I have scriptures that kind of match my mood, and I think it'll be really nice to share it with you and kind of give you a backstory as to why I love these scriptures so much. So get cozy, comfortable, hot Rabina and your snacks. You know what we do, hot Rabina, your snacks, okay? And yeah, I really hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So my #1 favorite scripture, and in all honesty, I feel like I say this 1,000,000,001 times because this scripture just too much sauce, okay? Too much sauce. Jeremiah 29:11, which says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and also plans to give you a future." Let's get into this commentary ball. The reason why this is #1 is because I feel like it emphasizes that as human beings, we already have plans for our lives. So we know by 21 we want to be here, 25 we need to be here, 30 my house and kids, 40 I need to be retired. We have all of these plans, you know, we're just sketching them out, ticking it off as we go along. But understanding that his plans are always greater than mine. So even when I feel like I've reached 10, God has already planned 100. When I reach 100, he's already planned 1,000. But I guess I'm just reassured with that scripture, knowing that God has my past, he has my present, and he also has my future. And every single plan that he's laid out for me is only for me to prosper and not to harm me, but for me to succeed and walk into the greatness that my future has for me. So yeah, Jeremiah 29:11, I love that. Next favorite scripture has got to be Romans 8:18. Now this says that the pain you've been feeling cannot compare to the joy that is coming. And let me be very real and honest with you. I first came across this scripture when I went through my first ever like serious breakup. It was so embarrassing. My first ever proper breakup, and I remember, guys, my breakup was really bad. I remember I was just really down, and my cousin actually sent this to me, and at first I was just like, oh whatever, like, oh yeah sure, I'm gonna be like this forever, I'm not gonna find love. I feel like with this scripture it really highlights that whenever you feel pain and tribulations and trials and sadness and discouragement and depression and tears and everything kind of above, you usually apply those emotions to the rest of your life. So okay, I'm broke now, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be financially stable, I'm down, this boy broke my heart, I'm never going to get out of this, I'm never going to move on, I'm never going to find love or anything like that. And I feel like with this scripture I am always reminded that anything that I'm feeling right now is only for a season and it's not going to last a lifetime. And I feel like sometimes that's what we do, we apply our emotions in that season right there to the rest of our life. But with the scripture I'm reminded that joy is literally around the corner and the pain that I'm feeling will not compare to the joy that is coming. So yeah, Romans 8:18, yes. So my next favorite scripture, Luke 1:40, oh gosh, Luke 1:45, okay. Luke 1:45 says, "Blessed is she who believes that the Lord will fulfill his promises towards her." And when I first came across this scripture, I actually had to personalize it. I am blessed because I believe that God is going to fulfill his promises towards me. I feel like sometimes it is very hard for you to believe the plans that God has for you, especially when he lays something on your heart or you receive a vision or a dream or a calling or something. You kind of like shrug it off like, oh, you know what, I don't think I can do this, I don't think I can take on such a responsibility, I don't think that thing is for me. But you are blessed once you actually tap into the greatness that God has already assigned towards you. And I feel like this scripture most definitely does link to Jeremiah 29:11 because it already says that I am blessed because I believe that God is going to fulfill his promises towards me. And Jeremiah 29:11 lets me know that his promises is always for me to succeed. It is not to harm me, but it's for me to prosper, to give me hope and also give me a future. So yeah, Luke 1:45, it's got me, okay? It's got me. Now my next favorite scripture is actually Matthew 17:20, which says, "Faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains." Now when I first started to make videos related to my faith and my beliefs, one of my main videos was being a Christian is hard. And in that video, oh gosh, that was so long ago, but in that video I really emphasized on the importance of having faith, especially when you feel really down in the dumps and when you feel really discouraged. And the reason why I love the scripture so much is because it reminds me that all I need is little faith. I remember the first time I actually saw a mustard seed. You know, sometimes you just read on the Bible, you don't really take it in like that. But I remember the first time I saw a mustard seed when I went to the market, I was shocked. I literally said, what? That's a mustard seed. It is literally tiny. If not, go on Google, check it out. Very, very small. And I feel like I love the scripture so much because God isn't telling us to bring an elephant. He's not telling us to bring a house. He's not telling you to buy the Atlantic Ocean and give it to me and I'm going to move the mountain. He's saying all he needs is that little bit of faith, that little bit of faith that is the size of a mustard seed, and that will do amazing works in your life. So yeah, faith the size of a mustard seed can take you so far. And I feel like it holds on to the fact that God can look at you and know that, yes, my daughter, yes, my son, even with that small piece of faith, they trust that I'm going to do amazing works in their life and I can remove anything that is blocking their view, including that mountain. So yeah, Matthew 17:20. So my next favorite scripture is actually Matthew 11:28, which says, "Come to me, all you that are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." And this really resonated with me when I was going through my exams, okay? I feel like as humans, sometimes when we are really exhausted and we're really drained and we're really tired, we kind of look for the wrong things to fill us up. Okay, I need to shop, I need new hair, I need to sleep, I need to eat, I need to do this, I need to do that. And I feel like with this scripture, it highlights that you will get to the point where all of these little things will not be able to fill you up anymore, and you need to do nothing else but to come to God. And that has physically happened to me before, when I just felt so drained and tired and weak, and I needed something, but everything that I was doing was not helping me. So I was wondering, what is it that I need? I'm doing everything that I usually like. Nothing is filling me up. I'm still tired. I still no longer have energy. What am I going to do? And I literally just had to come to God, and God gave me rest. And I feel like I love that scripture so much because it highlights that you will get to that point where it is your breaking point, and everything that you have been doing will not be able to fill you up. But the one thing that will be able to fill you up is God. So it literally is a reminder that everything around you will only be able to give you peace for a limited amount of time. But when you come to God, he gives you peace for eternity. And yeah. And the last scripture that I'll be sharing in today's video is actually Psalm 107 verse 1, which says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good and his love endures forever." And I feel like I love the scripture so much because it literally reminds us on one simple thing, and that is for us to give thanks. Like literally, to give thanks to God because he's good. And I feel like sometimes as humans we just get overly worked up focusing on things that we do not have. I don't have that, I don't have that, I need this, I don't have that. That we forget to thank God for the things that we do have. Simple things like waking up by ourselves, not having to wake up every 20 minutes during the night to take a medication so our heart continues to beat. Being able to think for yourself so that you know you want Chinese one day or pound and jam the next. Like literally little things like that I feel like we kind of forget to thank God for. And I think I love the scripture so much because it kind of humbles me to remember that you may not have all of these things, but there's still so much to be thankful for and so much to be grateful for. And you need to remember who provides all of those things and the source of all of these things, and that source being God. So yeah, give thanks to God because he's good and his love, okay, his love endures forever. But yeah guys, that's the end of the video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. Maybe I'll make this a reoccurring thing. I thought that I actually really did enjoy that. Maybe to like share my favorite scriptures for that month with you and why they're my favorite scriptures as well. I don't know, just food for thought. Could be, I don't know. Comment down below your favorite scriptures if you have any. The Bible is such a huge book. I'm sure you at least have one scripture that you really like in there. Other than that, make sure you enter into the giveaway. I'll be picking a winner in exactly 2.5 weeks, and some are gonna be enjoying some prizes. Okay. But I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you have a lovely remaining week. Please do take care, stay blessed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.